now. There we are. In we go. So it's going to be live on YouTube and the audio starts on the podcast. So remember, we're across two mediums, Nicola forward. We are across two mediums. Up it comes, boom, into the channel we go. We are now live. It's giving us the alerts. Oh, this is going to be quite nervy. This may go horribly wrong, or it may be fantastic. It may go brilliantly well. We have got people watching. Hello, everyone. 8 watching now. We are going to have to try, well, I will have to try and keep tabs on both things. I see how good I can do this. Let's get this intro going. Everyone say hello.
Spin the plate.
Spin those plates. Actually, do you know what, Nicola forward? How do we look? Where are you? You are, so to your right, put your right hand up. Put your right hand up. There you go. So this obviously always works on the podcast, but for those of you on the podcast, me and Nicola are going to go and do a virtual high five.
Oh, is it that way?
No, you do need the other side. Keep
your
right.
I need that hand.
No, this is. Have you not been watching our lives during the lunch?
Yeah.
Down, right. Okay. So do that, and we will be giving each other a virtual high five on YouTube.
You said with your right hand.
Okay. I know it looks strange in our feed in Zoom, but on.
Oh, no, I don't mean that. I just mean you should. I want to use my left arm rather than my right. That's all.
Okay, you can do whatever you want as long as you high five me virtually. That's good. Works. Thank you very kindly. 52 watching. Hello. Whoop, whoop. Hello, everybody. Right now, I'm not going to be able to keep tabs on the comments, but Mark Brocklehurst is doing the job. He is in the lobby. He is waiting. He is overseeing. He's going to bring any pertinent information to our attention. Let's get this going. Right then. Of course, we are live on YouTube. Hello, Nicola Forward, athlete ID number 8863. How you doing?
Good, thanks. Can I just check, Danny? So if we're doing this kind of for the pod and for YouTube, does that mean double coughs and sniffs? Like double everything?
No, the beauty of the fact that we're going live means that everybody can see all the coughs and sniffs that I have to cut out and all the bodges and the blips that we do. So it's going to be raw audio. For example, when the difference being that we can't see each other ordinarily when we're watching. So every time that you talk over me during the pod, you can see me, so you've got no excuses to
I'll be able to see you going like this.
Basically, you've got visual cues as opposed to audio cues, which are slightly delayed on the video. So I was going to ask you, how are you doing? Because you have been slightly poorly. Obviously, you're looking well.
Thanks. Yeah, I've been poorly, but I'm a trooper. I'm a mum, single parent. It's all good.
Okay.
In fact, Danny,
single parents.
I was a bit pleased, really, because I really enjoyed you chatting to Matthew's story. Oh, my goodness. I really loved watching it. So I was sad not to do it. And then when I was watching, I thought, actually, what a treat. You bounced off each other so well. I really loved it.
So there's a silver lining to you being ill. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, so to you and Matthew.
That's all right. I'll just carry on doing the lives every single day, like Atlas carrying the pod.
I'll just keep on being a single parent every single day.
Well, you decided to have a child. Anyway, right. So, world's smallest violin. Let's get on into the show notes. Now, this is where it's going to become quite difficult to try and keep tabs as to the live viewing as well as the notes. So fundamentally, what we have pages of notes that I've written and scripted. I'll be honest with you. Sometimes we come off key. Most of the time when Nicola's laughing, there you go. Okay, that always works for a podcast, Nicola, showing your camera to your phone to the camera. But when I make her laugh or try to come off the script, that's when I try to catch her out unexpectedly. So why are we on YouTube? We asked where would the preferred channel be in a poll on both our Facebook and Twitter feeds, and the results were on Facebook 73 votes for Facebook and 61 for YouTube. On Twitter 29 votes for Facebook and 57 for YouTube. So as you'd expect, Facebook had slightly a bigger number because of course that's on that platform. But that's a total of 102 for Facebook versus 118 for YouTube. Now, Claire Maxwell and Val Perigo were two examples of people who say they aren't on Facebook anymore. So for the sake of equal access, it's better to go onto YouTube. YouTube is fairer for all, as everyone can access YouTube. So people choose not to be on Facebook, whereas people don't go, well, I'm not on YouTube. They can go into YouTube. So that's why we've gone with that. And the democracy has spoken. So as I said before, I'll try to keep an eye out on the comment section. Mark is behind the scenes. He'll be keeping tabs. Is there anything at the moment? Let's have a very quick squidge. Let the fun begin, or hopefully it's enjoyable what you guys watching. Karen Spackman, I have to congratulate Danny on the speed of his speaking to Giorgio Cambiano. Yeah, no, I did. I always have the pre-warning to speak slowly to someone overseas because, of course, I do speak too quickly for those. So thank you very much for noticing, Karen. Very much appreciated. Right then. Shout out to our podcast BFFs, Running is BS with Stuart and Amy, who shared the fact that we were going live. So feminine claps, please, Nicola, forward. And we're happy to be in a three-way of special friends with benefits with Parkrun Adventurers too, because of course we've been having those guys on Saturdays during the Park Faff. So it's 3 a.m. over in Australia, so they will most likely not be watching this. There might be a few people who are night owls or working shifts or something. And so hello to you guys when you wake up.
Hopefully they've set their alarms.
Of course they will have done. Early. Yeah, gone to bed early. Thanks to Mela Backer for sending over 100th pod. Congratulations. So as is always the case, we refer back to last week's pod, our shortest ever with me now episode. We can do brevity. We can. Just not today. So Alan Burrell, great episode, but I needed to listen to it again after a quick Google what Dominic Cummings had been up to. We only got the summary of what he said on the news down under, but now it all makes sense. Well, sort of makes sense because it's ridiculously absurd as to what he spouted.
Let's not go into that this week.
It's not.
Guns up. Parkrun Trivipedia. Oh, new word. Dave Lamb is the narrator for the remake of Danger Mouse, and he's taken his kids to Preston Park Junior Parkrun. He's also done voiceover for Come Down With Me and was also in Goodness Gracious Me.
Yeah, absolutely. So, of course, he sent me down a wiki wormhole, didn't he? I was looking at all the videos, listening to his voice, watching the new Danger Mouse. I was watching the new Danger Mouse to see if they had a postbox in it. They do have a postbox in it. This is, I can't believe this made me do that. I sat there waiting to see where's the postbox. But it's a big thing.
Who was the one that said we needed to stop speaking about postboxes?
Yeah, but I didn't know Danger Mouse would be involved, did I? So it's not my fault. Anyway, I also need to apologise on behalf of Nicola because she is, of course, using a potato for her wireless router. So she's a little bit less clear than I. Blame the technology up in Leeds. Everyone loves Leeds.
But people listening to the pod will hear perfectly clearly.
They will indeed. Sean Willibore, thanks for another great show, guys. I'm catching up from the start as well, but still no idea where the Dolly or Bev term came from, though. And because I'm keeping tabs in the comments, people are asking, where's Dolly? Dolly is just there, down there on the floor, in the ball, snoozing. What is Dolly or Bev? Adam Penwarden from Preston Park Run in Brighton noted that when I was disrupted during recording, I would refer to said disruptor with a female pronoun, but not clarify as to precisely who. So the comedy was born to say something like, she's on the floor licking her bum or such, and then add the question of Dolly or Bev, you see. So of course the comedy works if you imagine Bev washing her bum or Dolly. So,
thanks for the visual, Danny.
Well, Sean asked, not my fault.
Judy Hayler, thanks for the mention last week. Oops, context. Yes, my husband John is also JH, so we often sign off on posts as JH times 2.
Because last week's pod I said, I don't know what the JX means. Context. And I need to wish the permanently imaginary one a happy 35th birthday today, 2nd of June. Happy birthday to the permanently imaginary one. Well done. 35.
Happy birthday.
Veteran.
Real.
So I'm, yeah, nearly made me laugh. Don't know why, because of course my voice went up. This is what I usually do in the pod. I go, I really enunciate. I'm Dolly Norman.
I'm Beverly Forward.
There you go. Got our mentions in. Dolly's mentioned. That's secure. That's my signature. Done for the time. And today is Tuesday, the 2nd of June, 2020. This is an independent show all about Parkrun's temporary suspension. Welcome to the 100th episode of With Us Live Now. And then in the pod, what do we do, Nicola? You cough and you sniff.
Oh, hang on.
Check on Poppy.
That's not what I was thinking. I was thinking what we do is get you or I say, insert music here, but then we normally go dun, 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 dun. And do you bop about? Because I don't know, because I don't normally see you.
Yeah, I do. So well, we'll do what we usually do, and then this is going to disappear from the pod, and I'm going to insert the music. What will happen is...
Oh, hang on, I need to cough then.
No, I've got this the wrong way round. So no, it's not going to happen. Because With Us Live Now, then I'll put the intro music in. So let's explain. So the music will have been in the pod, and so therefore what I would do is insert a music here, elongating that time so I can then have a gap. So when it comes back to the edit, I see where the gap is in the audio because I then silence that part. And then of course you go do, 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 and we bop. There you go. And then I highly enunciate the part after the music like this. We have a few links to various websites. That's how it usually works. That help us keep tabs on certain parkrun totals that we check every now and then. Earlier today, I clicked on the Junior Parkrun Junior Clubs table and noticed in and amongst the worry about the coronavirus lockdown that there were, see, I've bodged it already, there were 3 juniors who had run 250 junior events or more, joining Hannah Blocksich from Southampton Juniors, who is on 312. So shout out to Samuel Burdett, who ran his 250th at Harrow Lodge Juniors and has 158 5K park runs plus 200. No, I've bodged that. Did I bodge it?
You're going to have to do it again. Or do you want all this to go in? What's happening, Danny? What's happening?
Because people don't hear this usually. It's fine.
It's going in.
I'm cool with that. It's fine.
Are you going to do that again? You're just leaving it like that?
Just leaving it in. Samuel Burdett, who ran his 250th at Harrow Lodge Juniors and has 158 park runs plus 251 junior park runs to his name. There you go.
Lucas Zakrzewski, but I think, haven't we said Sakrabluski before?
Zakrzewski, yeah. Yeah, because there's Zev. It's a Zev bit, isn't it? W is a V in Polish.
Zakrzewski, though, I think, who ran his 250th at Cambridge Juniors and has 156 park runs and 250 junior park runs to his name. I
met Lucas and his mum Caroline at Surrey Village College Park Run earlier this year. In fact, it was on February the 29th, a very unique Leap Day Park Run day. So I've met Lucas. And then William Brown ran his 250th at Southampton Juniors and has 4 park runs plus 251 junior park runs to his name. So, of course, feminine claps to...
Nice to see you feminine clapping, Danny.
Oh, yeah, of course. Well, not everybody gets to see it. So feminine claps. Thank you very much. Let's see if we still got viewers. I just want to keep tabs. Yes, we have. Oh, no, I just looked in 87 down to 86. We've lost one. Okay, bye. Bye, everybody. Ooh, okay. And people are saying it's like seen behind the curtain in The Wizard of Oz, Lucy Maris, Nicky Jones. I always dance to the music. There you go. Okay. So now, at this point in the pod, we would insert audio from the listeners. And I was in 2 minds about what do we do? Do we play it really poorly out of my computer into the mic and loop round? No, we're not going to do that. We have 4 pieces of audio. You're not going to hear it here. We're then going to talk about it, which is going to be fairly obscure. But if you want to know what we're talking about, give context and reference, you have to listen to this week's pod to be able to hear what people have to say. So the people who contributed with audio this week were Sharon Canavan. Big thanks to Sharon Canavan, aka Sharon Canavan. Hang on, got it right. Caravan Canavan. Her real name is Canavan. We call her Caravan because we're just so hilarious. And then Alan Roos, aka Helen Rees, and Michelle Lamar and Peter Thomas. They sent us some lovely messages. And what do you think of them, Nick?
Oh my goodness. So Sharon, I love your voice. And what a beautiful message. Does it work if I insert all of the heart emojis, heart eye emojis, everything? It doesn't really work on an audio format, does it? Anyway, congrats on the half marathon. When she said, coming together by staying apart, her accent, your voice is just beautiful. Think I've developed a bit of a girl crush. Heart emojis. Great to hear from you, Alan Roos. Well done for keeping it short. Good work. Michelle, I have selfie frame envy. So I can see Danny's at the moment behind him. Oh, I might get Poppy to make me one. So I look forward to seeing you at the powwow. And I loved Peter's running message, apart from the warm down. And no clue. I had to look up Tiswas.
You didn't know what it is. Of course you didn't, because you're a flipping hippie, so of course.
Zero clue. And
Tis
I
was.
love...
Tis was. Was Tis was. What was Tis was?
Tis was is, or is it a was? It's a was. There's no Tis was now, is there?
Tis was. Yeah, past tense.
I love that Peter has made sure he's aligned his 100th park run with our 100th episode. Excellent pod dedication. That is some work. How lovely. How lovely to be so thoughtful.
If you are noticing, Nicola's looking at her phone because she needs a little scaffolding. She needs a little script. She needs a little support.
Show notes. Your show notes on your computer, but it crashes my internet if I do that. So, yeah, I'm having to look at my phone for the show notes to see where we are.
This is the best audio quality we can get of Nicola. Absolutely. But it's going to sound so glorious with a phone microphone. Absolutely. Just their internet connection is not very good. Right then. Oh, excuse me. I've just drunk some water and that wasn't very clever because it's just blocking off not my lungs, but it's... What does it do? Regurgitate a little bit? Oh, hello. And Dolly's having a bit of a stretch. Let's see if she can come over to me. If she does, I'll pick her up and I'll show people in the video.
I'm thoroughly enjoying that all of the mess ups today so far have been you, Danny.
It's because I've been so tired from working hard and getting all this script ready all day. Well, you've just been swanning around, doing what you do in the sunshine. Anyway, it's carrying on. Carrying on. Arbitraries appeal. Mark is doing it in the comments, I've noticed as well. Arbitraries, please. So get posting your arbitraries in the comments from Mark Brocklehurst, who is going to collate them. He's going to compile them as they come in. We're going to have 8. So if you can get your arbitraries, what did you get up to, guys, at the weekend? Mark is going to be busy compiling those. And so he has commented in there, hasn't he? Yeah, absolutely. And I'll leave it to Mark. People talking about Tiswas. I'm going to have to go back. There's a lot of comments rattling through. Goodness. Oh,
well,
we're going up
just the comments afterwards.
Our viewers are going up, by the way. We're nearly tipping 100 at the moment, which is not so bad. That's a lot higher than I thought we were going to get. Anyway, yes. Moving on, Chelmsford Central Park Run and Jerry McGovern, their event director, had an article on the BBC website highlighting some of their community Strava art today. And it said, runners have been creating virtual animal shapes as they try to keep motivation levels up in the absence of their weekly park run. Chelmsford Central Park Run challenged participants to create shapes using the exercise and route sharing app Strava. About a dozen people have shared their routes, including outlines of a shark, turtle, and dog. Parkrun UK highlighted this on their socials. Of course you would, because of course it's made the national news. And we shared the link too. On Facebook, we posted, ready for this, Nick? Dan it. Amazing.
What was that?
So, Bev, hang on. So I'll describe it, because when you do podcasts, and visual mediums, it needs to be like the theatre of the mind. This is a little plant that Bev insists is ours. It's hers. And I water it. I do look after it. So that's in the way. I've not really touched it. She likes to spread her stuff around, right? She has space, but she loves to spread all her clutter things around a little bit. And this is a little water bottle that we fill up with water. Actually, I need to put some water in here. I'm just going to do it. So because it's warm in here, we want to make sure the plant's all okay, right? There's a little bit of spillage in of the water noise. And that empty bottle is what I just elbowed. And I've just kind of given away something like a little item I'll be using in a minute. So that's what it was. And I was about to do my elbow clip, so I was going to do like a shark thing.
I was trying to do a triangle along the bottom. If we'd have been professional, we would have made a little shark fin, wouldn't we?
We would have done.
We're not.
Yeah, maybe not. Hey ho. Anyway, so yes, this is my shark fin. With only one hand. I didn't need my left arm, but that's my shark fin. Dan it. That's what we said. And have you been drawing things with a GPS pen during lockdown? Post any instances in the comments, and we'll give a few shout outs. A shout out tonight during our live recording. And we all know that visual formats work brilliantly in podcasts, as we keep on mentioning. We can bring these up on the Zoom feed, of course, with a screen share. So let's make sure I get this right. Hopefully, I haven't got any naughty pictures on the desktop, so there's going to be no embarrassing things. That's why I have to use my computer, because Nicola basically her desktop.
Phil.
So right, let's bring these images up. Let's see if this works. There it is. Share that. Let's see if this works. Okay, right then. So the first one up. Do you know which? Oh, okay. Is this going to work? Am I screen sharing the right thing? Yes, it is.
I can see it.
I think you may have to read through them.
Oh, okay. So first we have Ali Shepherd, and she posted this very intricate and ornate flower. Lockdown Lunchtime Live interviewee Claudia Burrow propelled herself in her wheelchair around Twickenham and Richmond to draw a rather cute dinosaur. Then his Pedden drew an elephant. Again, it's so cute.
It's good.
Blanc.
Oh, what?
Sorry, carry on.
Hang on, can I get on to the next one before you announce it, please? Yeah, I'll calm your boots.
Claire Splan drew Dolly for us.
Is
that your favourite one, Danny?
It is my favourite, because there's another one coming up, and yeah, it's not as accurate as this one. There you go.
Elizabeth Shazam allegedly drew Dolly too.
Next up.
Clive Lindsay drew a bird up in Glasgow. I love that one. Callum Burrell drew Kermit the Frog.
Kermit the Frog. Kermit, hello there, Kermit the Frog. Next.
Richard first posted run director Rob O'Halloran's spelling of their event, Footscray Meadows. That was the most impressive one, I thought. Wow. Tracy Jensen spelled out Portland around the streets of Portland, Victoria in Australia.
Although it does look like it says Ron Hand.
Oh, yeah. Pond. It's a good attempt, though. And Tim Moselle drew a shark too.
Well, yeah. And then I need to give shout outs. That here is now permanently imaginary one. Very good. Yes. That's a very good snail.
A birthday snail, some might say.
Birthday snail. Birthday to permanently imaginary one. Birthday snail. Tiny Steve did a rabbit around Churchfield.
It's a really cute rabbit. I can't imagine Tiny Steve thinking, I'm going to draw a really cute rabbit. Well done, Tiny Steve. Rabbit. I love it.
Tiny rabbit, Tiny Steve. And that is around Churchfields, where we've been doing our non-park runs every weekend. And then that is a penguin done by Bev.
Oh, it's very angular.
It is. And she spent ages looking for rows that looked like a penguin so she could then go and do it. So it's very clever. It's very clever. Now, the reason why I shared those, so let's stop the sharing. Let's go back to where we were. Hopefully we're back into normality, and let's have a look at the feed. Yeah, it does work. It does work. We have been sharing. It works. Oh, I'm just so good at this. Show notes is I need to give a shout out to pod listener and clubmate from 26.2 RRC, the best running club in Surbiton, Richard Kirk, who has been super active in keeping the club busy with a variety of lockdown running tasks. I think a lot of running clubs, a lot of people have gone and said, right, we need to do different tasks. Find pubs, find post boxes, go and do street spelling and names and colours and all variety. And some of it was, again, GPS street arcs. Of course, most club runners use GPS tracing. And 3 examples that I picked out were from Permanently Imaginary one, Tiny Steve, and Surrogate Mum Bev. So credit to them. All right, how are we doing? Oh, we're keeping an audience, Nick. We haven't bored them yet. You haven't gone off anywhere. So this is
it'll be interesting to see if it affects downloads, because people kind of will have already heard the show, but then you haven't heard the audio that was put in. Good and point. I sound terrible, so.
Well, all the time or just now? Anyway, but at the same point, you never know. I mean, might be edging away to a different medium. It depends on what we enjoy the most. Anyway, on Facebook on Non-Park Run Day, we posted some clear instructions. Now, pay attention, everybody. Pay attention to these words. We posted some.
It's a bit mean, though, isn't it? This is a bit mean.
It's not mean. No, it's not mean. It is not mean. It's because you are a flipping hippie that will not get this particular reference. If you knew the reference that I'm going to do, you would think, oh, this is hilarious, but you think it's mean. Clear instructions that said, and right, and it showed that some people don't read what we write and they skim for the word arbitrary. I know that. I always know that. You post up arbitrary, people just chuck stuff in. They're not reading what we've written. As we said, champing at the bit to tell us your arbitrary goings on. Hold your horses. We don't want them today. But nay, need to worry. There's a horse theme with the puns here. It's because a totally non-arbitrary 100th podcast is on its way. During the live, you can filly your boots in the comments with what you've been up to. Yeah, great. Now, 9 people did not pay full attention, right? So therefore, we must shame them. I will bring out the bell of shame. Yeah, look, yeah. Here's my big bell, right? You love a big bell, don't you, Nicola Forward? Yes, you do.
It doesn't look very bell-like.
Again, so, well, it's not very bell-like. It's not in the conventional, traditional sense of
the school really bell. Weird.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's not going to give you a big dong.
A bowl.
Nicola prefers a big dong. This is a small dong, okay? Right, so therefore, it's a little Chinese bowl. This is Bev's, it's not mine. And it works. It would just what you'll hear it in a second. So, what am I going to do with this? The bell of shame.
Aid your public shaming, Danny?
Yeah, this is public shaming. The bell of shame. Now, fans of Game of Thrones will be familiar with this. Have you watched an episode of Game of Thrones, Nicola Forward?
0.
Right, so you have no idea. So therefore, the humour is lost on you. Why do I even bother, right? Right. I must state, however, no flinging virtual poo at these people, please. Thank you very much. This is just in the comedic theme of Game of Thrones. This is a reference only. Right, Shane Bell is ready. Ready? Sally Heppelston. Shame.
Have I got to join in, or are you going to do it on your own?
No, you're meant to be joining in the shaming. Right, ready? Elizabeth Morris.
Shame. I feel bad.
And Garnish.
Shame.
Matt Garner. Shame. Kevin Tompkinson.
Shame.
Shame. Ariane DeSalvo. Shame. Stuart Brandwood.
Shame
on you. Anthony O'Brien. Shame. Sarah Dane Phipps. Shame. Shame on all of you. Shame for not reading.
I feel like a terrible person right now.
You're not a terrible person. You're a terrible person by proxy. You'll be fine. You're immune to the terribleness. I dragged you along. I'm the one who can be blamed for it. Right. Alan Griffiths, Couleur Alan Griffiths, he does not get a bell of shame. He says, I'm not commenting on this because you told us not to. Feminine claps.
Yay! Oh, brilliant. Yeah, I feel good about that.
There you go. Does that make you feel better?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Right then, let's move into the real arbitraries on the evening. So Mark's been really, really busy.
Oh, see, mine is blank.
What do you mean?
This is our first problem. So fill in below, Danny, Nicola, I have nothing.
Okay, I may have to do all of this.
I just refreshed it. Still nothing.
It's in there. That's in there. Refresh again. Okay, so let me carry this and let us know when you're ready to do this. Christina Pullida Ulvang. I started playing music during Not a Park Run with Patrick, soon 9. When Michael Bublé's A Beautiful Day came on, he agreed with the words and said, it's a beautiful day and I can't stop smiling. Can you see the next one?
No, I've come out and gone back in. Nothing.
Eleanor Thompson. Saturday morning run took me through 4 parks and finished off my 5-week 2.6 challenge for 5K your way. Legs are grumpy now. Jane Cuskin. Unfortunately, no running for me at the moment on an enforced rest as my cat bit me on Thursday. So currently on antibiotics for the infected wounds.
Oh no.
Blimey. Crikey, governor. But we still love cats. We still all love cats. Steve Johnson. Saturday was the first ever arbitrary double run day for my daughter Liv and I. We did 2 times 7 kilometers, but we're building up to 6 times 7 kilometers for a sponsored full marathon distance on Saturday, the 20th of June. Kathy, Cameron claps. Oh, there you go. I just spotted that at the corner of my eye. Well done, Nick. Kathy Nightingale. Arbitrary run to my home park run, Victoria Dock, which is 5K from home. So NPD. What's this? Arbitrary run to my home. Mark, when we said try and put ones in that have context, arbitrary run to my home park run, Victoria Dock, which is 5K from home, so NPD double. What does that mean for me running there and back? Great to see the dock on a sunny day, even without park run. Ian Thompson didn't run on Saturday because I was in a bit of a funk. Left it until Sunday evening after I'd already done 15 miles in the morning. Well, hang on a minute. Oddly fatigued running of the 9th Oak Ridge and Southview Park Run. Now, Ian Thompson got mentioned in running his BS. With a little bit of a humble brag. He humble bragged about, I did 100 miles the other day. And Stuart Harding called him out on that. He said, oh, well, a little bit of a humble brag. Ian Thompson didn't run on Saturday because I was in a bit of a funk. I ran 15 miles in the morning. A bit of humble brag in there as well. Ian's taking a double kick in from me and Stuart Harding today. There you go. Lucy Maris, I had it out in my 100T with Centurion armor on top. I ran 100 kilometers and to a 100-meter elevation where I released 100 white dove. No, that can't be true. Where I released 100 white doves into the sky. When home, I ate 100 cakes during Park Faff. Result. Did you have the 100 white doves ready? Or was it, again, context? Right.
Amazing. Love that, though. Loving the 100 theme.
Victoria Knight Phillips. On Park Run Day, I did my 11th not Park Run, managed to get out earlier than previous weeks, but still not 9 a.m. It was about 9:30. I think we're in Scotland. We're not. We're in West Yorkshire. There you go. Thank you very much. Thank you for the arbitraries. Thank you to Nicola for sharing the load there and reading them out. It's much appreciated.
You know, halfway through it loaded.
Yep.
Only the first half. So I could reread the ones that you've already read, if that helps at all.
Doesn't help 1 ounce. Thank you very much. Anyway.
Potato internet.
Potato internet. And then we move into, now we move into Elliot Line stats. Oh, Mark, you're done now. Oh, hang on, Mark. What are you doing?
Who's been putting more in? If this is the thing, there is a definite delay.
Lucy Maris, NPD, not Park Run double. Okay, it's too late. If you're putting context after the original comment, no.
What do we need to shout, Danny?
Context. First off, it's too late to do context now. Right, let's go into Elliot Line stats. Okay, Elliot Line stats, conventional. And I did it Cockney style, didn't I? Elliot Line stats last week. It could be done better. Do you know what? Shall we bring in someone else to give it a better go? Is
it Amy? I'd like her to replace you in the jingle singing.
No, it's not. Oh. Now, hopefully, he's been given a heads up. We gave him a heads up as to him coming in. Ready? Cross your fingers, please. Yeah.
Hello, it's Elliot Line. It's the man.
With us now is Elliot Line. Hello, Elliot.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Very well, thanks.
I need to say thank you because you are usually, and you have been, you're a very shy, nervous guy ordinarily. For you to come and do this with us, we've got 100 people continually watching right now. A lot of people love you. They love your stats. And it must be a bit nerve shredding for you.
Here's the pressure, Elliot. We're just going to build the pressure for you.
That's what I'm doing. Now,
just to make you feel comfortable.
I think he's going to be a winner with this. So, of course, my Elliot Line stats is not very good. Could you potentially do it any better?
I'll have a go. Elliot lines, micro, mini, teeny tiny, slightly longer.
See? Yes, you can do it a lot better.
It was beautiful. Oh my gosh, that was actually beautiful.
Please,
I love it.
Well, yeah, and I want a refrain. Refrain. Can we have a refrain? That was brilliant. Can we do it again? Please, please, please.
Elliot lines, micro, mini, teeny tiny, slightly longer. Stats.
Wave a little at the end.
Oh my goodness, Elliot! If we didn't already know it, you are a genius.
Well, if you don't know, Elliot is recording his audio for this particular patch as well. So he's going to lob this over. I'm going to grab that, and I think I might be using that again in future.
Yes, let's use it every week.
Okay.
Not or Amy Genders, but less Danny Norman.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, Elliot Line's stats has to be his music. Have you got a little synthesizer on your lap?
Yeah.
Is that what you've got there? Is it movable? Can you show us? I imagine one of those little tiny little things you could poke with a little plastic.
Quite a big one.
Oh, blimey, goodness. So look, a man of many talents. He's really smart and yeah, he's a massive IQ and he can play some music. Oh my goodness, Elliot Line. And he knows his stats. Nice one. Oh, that's brilliant. So would you care to say the Elliot Line stats, the micro, mini, teeny, tiny stats that are out there? Give them a read for us. Far away.
Okay. There were 597 new registrations in the past 7 days. That's up by 55 on last week. The top 5 events with the highest number of registrations in the past 7 days were Mudrabar in Australia with 8, Clapham Common in the UK with 5, Brockwell in the UK with 5, Parkville in Australia with 5, and well, I happen to know there's quite a few in joint 5th place, but you've selected a particular one just to try to challenge me.
I've tried to mess you over. I have, yeah, because I thought, do I put it in? But there's loads of other ones on 4 registrations. Yeah. But this one, yeah, go on.
Hang on, give the real context, guys. So Elliot posted in our group chat to say, I'm really pleased I don't have to say this one.
No, that's part of the show. Don't spoil behind the curtains, Nicola. Forwards.
Well, it's a Polish parkrun, and it's pronounced something like Slodovo Lodochlevek. Slodovo Lodochlevek.
Hang on, you're laughing, but I think Elliot's been practicing that.
No, it's good. Exactly. It's just the fact that it's automatically tongue-tying for us. So yeah, nice one. I think that's good. Well done. But I did want to try and sort of like give you a stumbling block, but you got over it. It's fine.
Arbitrarily significant milestone anniversaries this week. Albert was 12 years old, so that's one of the older ones. Niba Parkrun in Denmark. Sorry. Niba Parkrun in Denmark, 10 years. Hackney Marshes Parkrun in the UK, also 10 years. Crystal Palace Parkrun in the UK, also 10 years. The Ponds Parkrun in Australia, 5 years. Horton Park Parkrun in the UK, 5 years. Goole Parkrun in the UK, 5 years. Gainsborough Parkrun in the UK, also 5 years. And Devonport Parkrun in Australia, also 5 years. And then there's also Bromley Junior Parkrun, which is also celebrating its 5th birthday.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Family and claps for all of those and those who share a birthday. Family and clap for Elliot for joining us. Thank you very much indeed. Much appreciated. Just in case you didn't hear when the internet broke up a little bit, Albert Parkrun in Middlesbrough is 12 years old. That's one of the original time trials. So happy birthday to those guys too. How was that? How was it to read your stats out that you've listened to for the past 99 episodes?
Yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed that.
Beautiful. Excellent. Well,
I'm so excited about the jingle. I can't even tell you.
The jingle flourish. It's brilliant.
Amazing.
Right. We have to wave goodbye to Elliot. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
I'm going to re-lobby you. Right. And then find the button, chuck you into lobby. We'll have a little chat afterwards to say thank you. But enjoy the rest of the recording. See you later, Elliot. There he goes. Right. He's in there now.
How good was that?
Very good. I genuinely love the fact that he did that, and I be able to snatch that audio wise and then use it for future purposes. Fantastic.
Did you know who had the piano thing?
Yeah, if I say yes, then it kind of spoils.
I didn't know. That was great.
Yeah, brilliant. He did give a spoiler on his own Facebook page. He said, "I'm going to have a little bit."
I see.
Don't spoil the surprise. Anyway, right, the Nick. We're near the end, actually. How long have we been going for? Let's have a quick check. Not so bad. Do you want to tell us all about where you've been at the weekend? What you've been up to on non-park run day and thing?
I will. The reason it's quick until now, though, is because I didn't read the arbitraries with you and then go off on a tangent and then chat for ages.
Basically.
So that's why, isn't it?
Yep. I agree.
With this park run day, I had a rubbish weekend because I was poorly. In order to make the most of the glorious weather, we went over to Middleton Park, which I never espoused about before on the pod after park running there because it's huge. And under the let me cough and stumble.
Yes, gotcha. I knew you'd do it at some point. There you go. Now times that by 10, everybody. All right, at least 10, and that's what I have to put up.
That's what it's normally like.
It's at least that. At least. Back now, enjoy. I can suck from my water. No, you slipped up too.
It's huge and underutilized compared to the better known parks in Leeds. So actually, you can laugh at me now because you should feel sorry for me in a minute because, Danny, I laid in the grass, the shade of a lovely tree, and then I cried about the thought of having to run a mile. So for context, I run streaks, so I have to run at least a mile every day. And I definitely wasn't up for running 5K this park run day. But I just felt so poorly that I did it. So once I've finished my mile, once I'd finished feeling sorry for myself, then I did my mile. And it was a very beautiful mile. And I saw loads of tiny cygnets, maybe like 12. So sweet. So my heart was happy, even though I kind of felt like I missed out on this park run day. So a mile doesn't really count. Okay. Or it doesn't count as a park run.
Well, there's 2 points there I want to bring up. So your definition of running, because of course you can do a mile. So it's not just a completion because you could walk a mile. Where do you draw the line in running in terms of you have to be ambulant to a jog at least? Is that what you consider?
Oh yeah, at least jogging. Yeah. I mean, today I've run with Poppy and it was very hilly and we had to stop a couple of times. But because it was so difficult, that still counted as our run. So I think there's a lot of, I mean, it's subjective. It's as long as I feel like I've run a mile. So you're only cheating yourself if you cheat, aren't you? It's only it's completely arbitrary, really. It's my run streak for me.
Your boundaries, your definitions, fair enough.
Yeah. So I did my mile.
Did it? And then cygnets. I wanted to bring up that as well because of course I didn't realise tis the season for cygnets, and we've got. I drove past some the other day, and obviously, and Linda Bussy, Bussy has been posting videos from her local parks of all the geeses and the cygnets and the ducklings.
Is it Lister Park?
I don't. Well, variety. She's been milling around.
Okay. Because whenever I see cygnets, I really miss Pontefract Park Run because they always have loads of cute cygnets there. So as soon as I start seeing cygnets, I'd normally try and go to run Ponty Park Run. Okay.
Well, there you go. Beautiful. It's a lovely time of year. And then when I drove past some in West Ewell, Bourne Hall the other day, and they were just nestled by the mummy, by the road, by the pond, and it was like,
oh sweet. These were tiny ones as well. They must have been a day or two old. They were so cute, so tiny. I've never seen any that tiny. Anyway, Danny, where did you park run, and did you see any birds? Oh,
did I see any birds? Yes, of course I saw some birds, imaginary birds. I like that. That's not even in the notes. Nice. So, I want just one more thing. I never get into where I'm saying first. I always have to dive off for a different track. What I liked about the cygnets as well, we are going through, and we have to touch upon it. We are at the moment, if you go on social media and the news, it is a very, very fraught time. And I don't want to ignore or pretend the fact that these things are going on. And of course, I think that most people would understand where you and I are politically over our opinions and where we stand in terms of our social feelings. And
we make it quite clear, yes.
We make it very clear, quite regularly. But it was nice, and in amongst all the stuff that can bring you down quite easily, hopefully this is bringing joy to you. You've enjoyed watching us today. Go and look at the cygnets, go and look at the ducklings and things, and remember that all the bad stuff that humans may do, there's a lot of good stuff. Go and find the good, go and look for the helpers, and look at the things like the natural world that will, without us, will carry on regardless, and is a beautiful thing. So I think cygnets are very pertinent. Again, my favorite word at the moment, pertinent, but those cygnets embody like a rebirth and a nature. So yeah, so anyway, there we go. Let's talk about
really good. Egalitarian. Let's just say favorite words.
Egalitarian. Segue. And so egalitarian birdage. Yeah. So I've been distracted with having to come up with imaginary birds. Of course, the lockdown rules have tweaked and changed a little bit. So therefore, you don't have to be so solo.
Oh, so you're taking real birds?
Sadly not. Anyway, no, my real bird is, no, I'm not going to say that. Actually, no. If she sees it, she'll tell me off.
Oh, edit. Oh, no, we can't edit.
Now, I was at the 11th running of Where Have the Dashund Couple Gone Park Run, Chessington.
The mystery continues.
Yeah, 3 weeks of seeing the young lady, of not seeing the young lady, and 2 weeks of not seeing the gentleman and the dog of sausage. Where are they? I don't know where they are. Hopefully they're all okay. Maybe they've got bored of going for a wander on Saturday morning, but I'm not going to be there this Saturday.
Why not?
I'll come to that in a second.
I was just about to say to you, how intrigued are you that if Park Run came back next week, would you go there to find out, or would you go to Park Run? So you've already answered, clearly don't care that much, build up all the suspense, get us all hooked, in we come, oh, what happened, and then you're not even going to find out for us next week.
But it's not coming back next week. We know it's not coming back throughout the month of June. So that's just it's a false hypothesis. Come on, you're meant to be a doctor forward. Right. We still managed to keep people watching. Hello, everybody. I'm surprised. I thought our numbers would have gone bored. I had the privilege of being joined from a social distance by Dave Wilson-Dex, he of Wilson Index fame. Now, it's good to catch up with him and find out that he's been, of course, I say of course, because he always gets into things that we do. He listens to us and he's very easy to prompt into these obsessive things, hence the Wilson Index. He likes to find these little things and go about them and sets about them with a prompt. Because of course, he's got the golden Wilson Index, which is 1 to 100 at different events. And that's some pretty good going. Guess what we've got him caught on and hooked on? One guess.
Postboxes.
Of course we have. Yeah, postbox bingo. And specifically, Edward VIII. He's been hunting the rare ones, Edward VIII postboxes. He's been going around on his bike. Now, if I recall correctly, he's been to and found 8 of them in the nearish vicinity.
How many have you got? God. London, the centre of
London, we're the best of postboxes. Yeah.
Yeah, and stink pipes. I had a look the other day. Where are my stink pipes? Nowhere. Where are yours? Hundreds.
There's euphemism potential in that one. Let's move on. So we have given him another obsession. So sorry, Dave, when you watch or listen to this, sorry for that. But
so how many is he missing?
I was 160 or something, isn't there, in the country? But to get 8.
Well, he's not going to bike to all of them.
Obviously not. He's not going to go to, because you've got ones up your way in the north, haven't you? He's not going to cycle the way up there, is he? But he's just picking out the ones that are bikeable. He's got 8 already. I'm impressed that he's got 8 already. I drove to 1. So let alone him finding 8 by bike. Anyway,
it's good to be made to feel like an inferior human, isn't it? Couldn't even bike to 1, could you, Danny? No,
but I did walk over to 1 originally. I didn't realise at the time. So there you go, balancing it up. I got 24 out of 25 SHITS, still not 100%, and it's getting to the stage where I'm having to almost plead with some just to utter a small grunt of response. I was looking at 3 people and I was like, hello, morning, hello, and they're looking at me like, hello, like, yes, just say hello to me. It's like, just do it. I got to the point where I was nearly close. If they didn't do it, I would have said, will you please just say hello to me, because I need it for my hello collection. I almost got to that stage. Genuinely, I am not fibbing.
Do you know, if everybody said hello, I wouldn't be that happy with it, because I really love thinking, and now hopefully you're going to tell us who was the person, what happened, that one person that didn't say hello.
Just grumpy.
But did you triple tap them and they still didn't know? How many times did you?
So I only passed them once. That's the awkward thing. Because of course, when I'm running around, I'm thinking, right, I'm going to come for another sweep past. And they're like, they're not here. It's like,
Oh, so maybe it's your fault. Maybe you didn't try hard enough. Maybe they didn't hear you.
No, that's not true. Just didn't do it. Didn't do it. Anyway, oh well, I'm giving up. No, I'm not giving up because of course I'll carry on. Just I'll be doing it at a different location. Who knows? I might get a completely different proportion because of course a lot of these people saying hello are familiar faces now. So going to a new space, I wonder what the response rate will be. Anyway, I guess my ridiculously attractive face just makes some women shy to say hello to me. That's my hypothesis. That's my theory. They think, oh my goodness, he's
Let's
just
go with that.
looking. If I say hello, my knees will wobble and I won't be able to, I don't know what I'll do with myself. I won't be able to walk home. Anyway, so as I keep mentioning, I'm not going to be at the usual location, but I'm venturing to run at a new non-parkrun location. More details next week in our 101st podcast. And let's see how that goes. Right, that's it. Done. How are we doing? How are we doing comments-wise? Lots of people chatting away. Around 100 people. That's not bad. I'm pretty impressed and pleased with that. On we go with the outro. Please share our mutual love of parkrun with those who share your love too on the Book of Face. Thanks to me for looking after that. At With Me Now Pod on Twitter. Thanks to me for looking after that. We're on the gram. Search for With Me Now Pod. Thanks to Lucy Anderson for looking after that. You can email us at withmenowpodcast@gmail.com with any items you may think are worth a mention. Thanks to me for looking after that too. And thank you to Mark Brockerhurst for helping with the arbitrary comments. And thanks to Elliot for his stats in this pod. The hugest thank you needs to go to, and this is very important, a genuine, okay, now not being silly, the biggest, hugest, and most amazing thank you needs to go to Surrogate Mum Bev, because we simply would not be here 100 pods later without her selfless support and encouragement. So a massive, massive feminine clap to Bev.
Bev Ross.
Bev Ross, absolutely. Without her prompting, without her encouragement, without her continual nudging, without her desire to have podcasts to listen to when she goes out on her runs. So again, altruism also benefits out of it by having some entertainment in her ears. But thank you, huge thank you to Bev. She is watching. She's just over there having a watch. And yeah, like I say, genuine for me and Nicola. There we go. Like that heart shape. What are we doing? We need to remind us.
No, I was doing over our logo. Like, Bev, with me now, send you love.
I told you where to put your one, didn't I? Right. So hope you enjoyed us once again. Until next week, it's thank you for watching and listening from me. And
it's thanks to me putting up with Danny. Was that like you? It was a bit like you.
I'm not letting you get the last word. No.
Not really. It's thank you to all our lovely listeners for engaging and being wonderful. Thank you.
Brilliant. That's it. Done. And at this point, we'd then hit stop on the record button. But I'm going to keep rolling on the live just a few more seconds because I know people want this. Stay where you are. Just take my headphones out for a second. Obviously, I will cut this in the pod. But guess what I'm going to do? No prizes for guessing.
Are you going to put somebody on your lap? Dolly or Bev?
My little Bobbins. Here she is. Yes.
I've got a kitten scratching at the door, actually.
You got a kitten scratching? Do you want to go and get your kitten then?
Should I let it in?
Kitten.
Okay.
Has been snoozing away while we've been recording. Normally she doesn't like too much of my booming voice going out and about. But here she is. She's been snoozing. You got a kitten? Let's compare our kittens.
Oh, I've got.
And so actually, while I have her, actually, she's going to be. I'll have had her for 2 years in a week's time. It'll be the gotcha day in a week's time. 2 years of having this little floof. So there you go. So the comments. I'm just having a quick look at the comments. Hello to everybody. Thank you. Hope you really enjoyed that. And let's put her down now, and then we can see your.
There's my one.
Oh, sorry, Dolly Baba. All right, and then
which one? Is purring already.
Which one? Snuggles? Of course it is. There you go. Sorry, Dolly, baby. Right.
Don't know if you can hear.
High fives, please, Nicola, before we go, and then our Zoom faces.
You know, cat hair.
Yeah, I've got it everywhere now. High five.
You know what I think you're missing? Because you're doing high fives. They're a bit patty. Can we do like a?
Okay, oosh. I have to stop at the end.
We're timing them badly.
Ian Thompson says, "Boot the snoot." I will boot the snoot. I promise. Dolly.
I feel like we might have got one then.
Right. Zoom faces. Take care, everybody. Love to everybody. Thank you for watching. Here's the 101 next week. All the best. Enjoy your parkrun week. And tomorrow, Jeff Marshall. Have I got Jeff Marshall tomorrow? Yes, it's Wednesday. Jeff Marshall, who is very famous on the YouTubes. We're talking about trains. Take care, everyone. Bye.